In this video, we will simplify expressions by combining like terms and using the distributive property. First, let's label parts of an expression. This expression here has different terms in it. Terms are part of an expression that includes a coefficient and a variable. So how do we know how many terms we have? What separates terms? Addition and subtraction are what separate terms. So in this expression, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. We have different types of terms. We have variable terms, the ones with a variable. So 7x is a variable term, negative 5x, and 4x. These variable terms have numbers and variables. The numbers in front of the variable or next to the variable are called coefficients. So the coefficients with each one of those terms are 7, negative 5, and 4. But then we have these other terms that don't have a variable with them. Those are called constant terms. The 3, 8, and negative 1. Notice that the sign in front carries with each term. So this 7x is a positive. The 3 is positive. This 5 has a negative in front of it. That negative carries with that term. Same goes for the constant term. This term is a negative 1. Right, here's some examples. We want to simplify each expression by combining terms. So if we have 3 x's and 6 x's, we have a total of 9x. We just have 3 of them plus another 6 of them, so we have 9 of those things total. Here, the ones that are we can combine are the 7m and 5m, and to get 2m minus 6. Notice the variable term and the constant term do not combine. Here, we have negative 2p plus 4. Because the sign travels with that 9, we have 7 minus 9. And negative 1 plus 5. In this last one, notice that we have different variables. We have terms with an x and terms with a y. These terms have to go together that have the same variable. So the ones that I've highlighted in yellow get combined, and the ones I've highlighted in pink get combined. So we simplify that expression to say 7x plus 9y. The evens on this side are ones to do on your own. So what makes terms like terms? Terms that are alike have the same variables and exponents. So in this first example, we have 5x squareds plus another 7x squareds. I relate this back to food. If you think about the x as a double patty burger, and you want to know how many double patty burgers you have 5 of them plus 7 of them, so you have 12 of them total. In number 11, we have 8c cubed minus 7c cubed plus 16c cubed. All of these are like terms because they all have the same variable, which is c, and the same exponent on each of those, which is the cubic power. So that gives us 17x cubes. Here, we look and see that each term, remember each term is separated by addition and subtraction. We have a squared b. Notice this 7 is a constant term, and then 10a squared b. So we can only combine the terms that are alike, which means the negative 4a squared b and 10a squared b. And these two terms are not alike, so we do not combine them. In number 15, there's an a squared, and even though this term has an a in it, it does not have the same exponent. You can think about this as being a double patty burger, but this is a single patty burger with bacon. So those are not the same type of thing, so we can't total up different types of things. So the ones that are alike are the ones that have both a and b. And b squared is not alike any of the other terms. So we have a squared minus 3ab plus b squared. 10, 12, 14, and 16 are on your own. The distributive property. Remember, this is when a value is in front of the parentheses, the value is distributed to every term inside. So we have a times b plus c. That means a is distributed to the b and the c. So we get the expression ab plus ac. Or, distributing here, we have ab minus ac. So back to the burger or food example. If we have 2 times fries, drinks, and a burger, this means we have a total of 2 fries, 2 drinks, and 2 burgers. Here we have sandwiches, waters, and chips. If we have 5 people that are eating each of these things, that means we have 5 total sandwiches, 5 total waters, and 5 total bags of chips. I want you guys to write out in words the answer to each one of these. So here's some examples of numerical expressions using the distributive property. We have this 7 in front of the parentheses. Multiply the 7 times the x and 7 times the 4, and we get 7x plus 28. We have to distribute the 7 to everything, the same way we distributed the 2 to the burgers, fries, and drinks. So here we have a negative 3 outside. We have to distribute a negative 3 to everything in the parentheses. That becomes a negative 6x plus 12 because we're distributing the negative as well. And this sign in front goes with the 4. Here we're distributing a negative 1/8. So multiplying a negative 1/8 times 4/5, we get a negative 4/40, but that simplifies to a negative 1/10. We have our variable with it, and then negative 1/8 times a negative 24 is positive 24 over 8, which simplifies to 3. These next 3 examples are on your own, and they're combining the distributive property and combining like terms. Make sure to distribute everything where you can, and then combine any like terms you have.